today we are talking about rational exponents. So this is the one section that is no calculator. So when you're doing these, like if you're checking your homework or something, that's fine. But the reason, I'll show you in a second, and you'll see, because you can just put it right in your calculator. So I want to make sure you know how to do it without a calculator, because when we come back from Thanksgiving, if you can't do it without a calculator, you can't solve the equations. So that's why I want you to make sure you know how to do it without a calculator. It's not bad, believe me. Last class, whined and moaned about it, and they were like, oh, that's it? I was like, yes, that's it. So I promise, it's nothing super crazy. Okay, so if I give you something like this, x to the 2/3 power, this is all that I mean by a rational exponent. So it's still an exponent. Instead of a whole number, though, it's a fraction. That's all. Okay, so your exponents, or it's a fractional exponent or fraction exponent. That's all that rational exponent means, is it's just in a fraction form. So we call this exponent form. And we're going to rewrite that in radical form. Okay, so when you have your fraction up here, when we did this, like 4th root of x to the 12th, what did you do with that 12 and that 4?
You divided it.
You divide, right? We did 12 divided by 4, which is power divided by, what's that 4 called? Root. Okay, that is the same exact thing as what we're doing here. This is, my fraction here is power divided by root. So when I rewrite it into a radical like this, let's say equals, there's my radical. X is the big parts. Here's my power, 2, and here's my root, 3. Power divided by root. The top number goes inside, the bottom number stays outside. So this is what you're going to be doing a lot today, is going from this to this, and then we'll simplify it. Okay, so let's do a couple. Simplify. So number 1, 36 to the 1/2 power. So this is why you don't get a calculator, because you can just put that in your calculator. But it's really like 2 steps. It's not bad. Okay, so remember, when you see that exponent, it's power divided by root. Power divided by root. So when I rewrite it, here's my radical. What goes on the inside? 1, and then outside, 2. What is the square root of 36? 6, and then I have just a 1 exponent, so then it's just 6. That's it.
That's all you do?
That's it.
Are you sure?
Positive. No. Over Thanksgiving? Oh. Nothing worse than this. It's not bad. Like this stuff after Thanksgiving is not bad. Okay, so you can use your calculator. This is the only part you can't use a calculator on. Okay, number 2. 64 to the 1/3. Power over root. So rewrite it. 64 goes on the inside. What's my power? 1, and my root? 3. What's the cube root of 64?
8.
4. Yeah, square root. Yeah, so look here. Square root is 64. Cube root is 8. Oh my gosh. Now you have me doing it. 4. in your cube, so because you won't have a calculator. So you'll be able to still see the cube root of 64 is 4. Okay, before we do the next one, let's review what our negative exponent does. If I give you x to the negative 2, how do I make that positive? You put it onto the bottom. It moves to the bottom. Okay? So if I give you something like 49 to the negative 1/2 power, what would you do first?
Switch the half to the bottom.
Move it to the bottom. And the whole thing moves to the bottom. So it's 1 over the whole thing, 49 to the positive 1/2. It moves to the bottom. Then change it to radical form. So if I put my radical and I put 49, what's my power?
Square.
1, and my root?
2.
Remember, power over root. What's the square root of 49? 7. Yeah, that's all. You just leave the 1. Okay, number 4, 8 to the negative 1/3. So try it. 8 to the negative 1/3. So anytime you have a negative exponent, make it positive first, then change your radicals. So I'll move it to the bottom. Then it becomes cube root of 8. So what'd you get as your final answer? 1/2. 1 over 2. Don't forget that 1. Because 2 is completely different than 1/2. How are we doing so far? Okay. Number 5. Okay, so the last one we did was 8 to the negative 1/3. So 8 was on top with the negative 1/3, and it moved to the bottom. So here, if you have a fraction, really, and that's just a 1, what I'm going to do is flip the fraction to make this positive. Flip the fraction to make it positive. So I'm going to rewrite it as 8 over 1 to the positive 1/3. So if I have an 8 on top, it moves to the bottom. In this case, I have an 8 on bottom, and it moves to the top. Do I need this 1 here? No, so you don't have to write that 1 if you don't want to. So I put my radical. There's 8. 1 and 3. What's the cube root of 8? 2. Okay, so I wanted you to see when you have a 1 over 8 to a negative, it's just 2. If you have an 8 to a negative, you end up with 1/2, 1 over 2. The negative flips it. Okay, so let's try something instead of just a 1. 36 to the 3 over 2 power. Okay, so remember here, power over root. So let's rewrite it. 36. What's my power? 3. And my root? 2. Okay, technically you can do either of these numbers first. But if you do this, if you ignore that for a second, what's 36 to the 3rd? It's some big number. I have no idea what it is. So do the root first. Always do the root first.
So it's 6.
Yeah, so you'll do square root of 36. So always do the root first, because that makes it a smaller number. So if I take the square root of 36, I get 6 to the 3rd, and what is 6 to the 3rd? It's over there.
2/16.
2/16. especially because I have them in front of you.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, guys, on this one, if you had switched this and you put like this, I'm telling you right now, if you have to do the cube root of 36, do you know the cube root of 36? No. If that's that, then you probably switch these. Because on all of these with the calculator, they're going to be nice and pretty answers. Nothing weird. Okay, so if you have a 3 here and you're like, wait, I don't know the cube root, then that means you switched it. All right, number 8. Number 7. Thank you. 27 to the 4 thirds. 27 to the 4 thirds. Good news is you don't have homework tonight. Like nothing. Not even for nothing. Okay, so let's rewrite it. Put 27 on the inside. What's my power? 4. What's my root? 3. What's the cube root of 27? 3. So then I have 3 to the 4th. 81. Okay, number 8. Look at number 7 and then look at number 8. What's going to change? What does the negative do? It moves it to the bottom. So it's going to be 1 over 27 to the 4 thirds. And we just did 27 to the 4 thirds, but I'll rewrite it here. So again, the cube root of 27 is 3. 3 to the 4th is 81. So this is 1 over 81. Okay, number 9. 16 over 81 to the 1/4 power. So just because I have a fraction here, nothing changes. You're going to do the 1/4 to the 16 and also to the 81. So you do it to both. So rewrite the 16 with the 1/4 and the 81 with the 1/4. So if I didn't have the 81 here, and I just had 16, I would do 16, 1 is my power, 4 is my root.
2.
So because I have the 81, I just also write the 81 on the bottom. 1 is my power, 4 is my root. Yep, so then 4th root of 16 is 2, 4th root of 81 is 3, so just 2 thirds. Everyone okay on that one? Okay. Yes. We will have letters eventually tomorrow. We're going to do 1 or 2 with letters. But the letters are, well, you don't really simplify them to numbers. So they're not actually that bad. Okay, number 10, 16 over 81 to the negative 3/4 power. No, I don't have that. 16 over 81 to the negative 3/4 power. So if it's a negative exponent, I don't have a single number, I have a fraction. So what do I do with this fraction inside? You flip it, good. This, 81. Oh yeah, sorry. I was like that, that's 10? No. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the inside, so it becomes 81 over 16, and then this stays positive 3/4. Don't flip the exponent, I've seen people do that too. Okay, so remember, the 3/4 just goes to both of these. Power is 3, root is 4. Same thing with the 16. Power is 3, root is 4. Okay, so remember, do the root first. 4th root of 81 is 3, and then that's going to get the third power. And 4th root of 16 is 2 to the third power. 3 to the third is 27, and 2 to the third is 8. Okay, I want to do just a couple more with you guys because I still have a few minutes left. No number one, so let's do a couple.